Guys, it's your girl T, and I want to go ahead and shout out Shamara McKnight. So Shamara sent me this story, and basically it's concerning a woman in North Carolina. Once again, nasty North Carolina is back in the news, and it's concerning her. She's really upset because her 2 teenage daughters are just so disrespectful that she's decided to go on strike. She said she's done, and the last straw is when they keyed her car. She said they don't appreciate anything she does for them, and she's tired of their disrespect. Go ahead and check out this news story, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Driving down Walltown Street in Winston-Salem, you may see something you've never seen before.
I walk up and down the sidewalk till my knees start hurting, then I sit down.
Normally, Nassira Muhammad is a single mother of 2 teenage daughters. But lately, she says their behavior is out of control. So now, she's a mom on strike.
My children have everything that they could possibly want and need. But yet and still, they are disrespectful, they are rude. They think that I'm the meanest mom in the world, and they think that they can survive without me. So I said, you know what? That's fine. This mom is going on strike.
She says that conventional discipline methods like timeout don't work with teens. The final straw was when one of her daughters scratched up her brand new minivan with a key.
I'm just frustrated. And this is the only solution that I could think of other than getting rid of my children. And I would not want to go to that extreme.
The children's aunt forced them to make signs of their own, which read, "Thank you, Mom, for providing for me, caring for me, and loving me."
This mom is definitely sending a message. As to will this work or not will depend on the level of consistency that is there.
Dr. Nanette Funderburk specializes in working with children. She says that when parenting gets tough, moms and dads need a support system of their own.
You need to have someone that you can go talk to, someone that you can bounce ideas off of, because kids don't come with a manual.
I threw my hands up in the air. I prayed about it. I'm through. I'm really through. I'm really through. I'm a mom on strike. I don't care how long it takes.
All right, so you guys just checked out the news story. And I think one of the most disturbing things in that story is that if you read the girl's sign, the sign that they wrote to their mother, basically these girls are teenagers. They don't know the difference on how to spell clothes and clothes. Like closing the door and clothing that you wear on your body. So somebody's definitely failing them. It seems like the North Carolina school system may be failing these girls because they obviously can't write. You know, they have a bunch of run-on sentences and everything else. But with that being said, you know, I don't blame this mother. You know, being a parent, like I always say, is a thankless job. And I feel bad for her because sometimes no matter how good of a parent you are, sometimes these kids just wild out and they just don't show any respect. And it's just sad. I feel like a lot of kids nowadays, especially in this generation, they're just extremely spoiled. They're ungrateful. You know, they're used to living in this microwave society where when they want something, they want it now, and they're able to enjoy instant gratification via social media and everything else. They don't understand patience. They don't understand the virtue of waiting for something or working hard for it, earning their own money. I just think this whole situation is sad, and these young girls need to be ashamed of themselves. You only have one mother in this world, and for them to put her through all this stress, all this turmoil is definitely uncalled for. You know, a lot of folks say that the mama needs to beat their ass and put them out the house and, you know, lock the doors. But let's be realistic. These girls are like 13 and 15 years old. She can't just lock them out the house because then she can be arrested for abuse. She can't just whoop their ass because as soon as you hit them, then it's a whole nother cup of tea. So, I mean, it's just really a slippery slope to be a parent nowadays. So I definitely feel her frustration with her wanting to just quit and throw her hands up. You know, that's the easiest thing to do. But at some point in time, she's going to need to get off the porch, you know, go to her daughters and really have a sit-down conversation with them. And if their fathers in their lives, you know, possibly send them to go live with their dad or, you know, another male relative, or get some, you know, some male energy in that house, because it might be just a situation where they just need, you know, a man in the house to show them guidance, to show them discipline. And it doesn't have to be a boyfriend or a husband, but it might be an uncle or, you know, a close cousin, something like that. But these girls are definitely lacking in discipline. And I think it's just really sad that they think it's okay to disrespect their mother in the manner that they've been disrespecting her. You know, especially being that, you know, they live in North Carolina. That's the South. That's definitely the Bible Belt. So I don't understand this foolishness whatsoever. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation coming from nasty ass North Carolina. How do you feel about this mother's approach to disciplining her children? Do you think that she's right to go on strike, or do you think that she's being a lazy parent? And then what would you do if these were your kids? Maybe we can try and find some solutions or, you know, some things that we can come up with in the comment section. So go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. All right. Deuces.